Lost Isle, a brand new open-world survival game set in a unique medieval fantasy world. Build your own settlement, protect it from monstrous beasts and players alike, craft weapons and equipment from a land bathed in cosmic power. 100+ player PvP and PvE server options allow you to pick your own playstyle. This is developed and published by Wonder Entertainment, and The Lost Isle releases into early access on the 9th of September. The trailer is playing in the background, and this looks like a strange mix of sort of Ark, Survival Evolved, and Avowed. And I'm for it. This actually looks really good. I'm very interested in this. Now, unfortunately, it does release today at the time of releasing this video on the 9th, but I am currently away for my first wedding anniversary, so I won't have any gameplay for this until next week. Unfortunately, I do apologise for that. We will get some gameplay and some features covered in the game as and when I get back from this holiday. But thanks for sticking around if you are here and you do want to see more Lost Isle content. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and let's have a look at what the game is all about as it releases today. Now, as you can see here, the game was originally meant to release on September the 23rd, but after much consideration, they delayed the launch very slightly to make sure that Lost Isle is the very best that it can be from the first day when you step onto the island. This extra time will allow the team to polish, refine, and strengthen the game and the experience so that your adventure with friends is as smooth, stable, and enjoyable as possible. We're beyond grateful for your patience and support. So, yes, as mentioned, it's already been delayed once. Now, whether that delay was worth it, who knows? Hopefully, by the time that this goes live, the game is out with a decent amount of players and it has a positive review, but we will have to wait and see. Now, the game is online PvP with Steam achievements, and it doesn't say anything about it being able to play solo, which is a shame. Now, the team have said that high-quality dedicated servers allow up to 200 players, and on a fresh server wipe, your first PvP encounter might be on a beach against other dagger-wielding survivors, or throughout the lifetime of the server, alliances will form, bases will be built, and PvP might turn into an organised group of raids. It seems like with the online environment, they're trying to go for a sort of Rust-style PvP encounter where you can have big settlements, big towns built up by players. But now with things like a fresh wipe, I'm not a fan of wipes in survival games. I love Rust, love the game, really enjoyed it, but the fact that your progress was wiped every so often really pissed me off. So hopefully there is an option to play solo. I haven't seen anywhere that it says you will be able to play it solo, so we will have to wait and see on that one. But they have said this is going to be a new kind of first-person melee thanks to their directional combat system. It's developed to reward players' abilities to hit the sweet spots such as headshots, extra damage takedowns, and deal with enemies more effectively. Whether you prefer to play as a spell-slinging wizard or arrow-flinging archer, or the classic sword-wielding knight, there are weapons and armor for every playstyle. This differentiates from other open-world survival games in that it stems from the lore that the land and players are trapped in exists in an alternate Earth setting. Taking place during the medieval periods, the island itself is the prison tomb of a fallen god named Moroth, whose cosmic energies flow through the Earth every root and vein. As you explore, you will encounter flora and fauna, some familiar and others that do not grow in our world. Ever-burning trees that have long been dead but never really died, and mineral deposits are the result of Moroth's celestial tomb being thrust down to the earth with immense heat and force. Fibrous plants infused with mystical properties, flying beasts with skin so thick that almost nothing can pierce it. Endlessly wandering giants made from an amalgamation of all of these things. Harvesting resources will allow you to craft the most powerful weapons and armor possible in this game. Almost everything in Lost Isle is designed to be generated procedurally, from the biomes and landscape generation even to the point of interest locations and the stats that affect the weapons and armor themselves. We pride ourselves in saying that each wipe cycle that you play will be a brand new and fresh experience and will feel like you are never repeating the same steps as your last adventure. Now, I like that idea. Procedural generation has done some wonderful things for the gaming industry. Hopefully, though, it needs to be done right. Think of something like Starfield, where yes, a lot of it is procedurally generated, but the POIs and items that are in there are hand-built. So over the procedurally generated planets, you can end up with 1,000 different locations with 4 POIs that you get to actually investigate. Hopefully that is not the way they've gone with this. They have said that the procedural generation will cross over into the actual POIs themselves. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I am excited. The combat looks good. The survival elements look good. PvP is something I'm really not 100% sure on. But I don't know. Whether it's going to work well, not too sure. The team have said that players aren't the only thing on the island that's out to get you. The world is full of intelligent creatures and wildlife. But PvE ranges from hunting rabbits and elk for resources, defending off wolves and sharks, and taking down formidable beasts and skeletal warriors and the forest golems. If you do prefer a PvE experience, we will offer public PvE servers where players will not take damage from other players and cannot damage other player built structures, but players can destroy building parts within their own property deed at any time, allowing for unrestricted base redesign. So that does answer the question of the PvE elements in the game. It will be there, and you can play without encountering other players that are willing to use force against you, but there will always be other players on the server. So you could have up to 200 players, and as you're roaming around, go into other fights with those players, like sort of a Destiny style game, you know, where you go out, you can still encounter all of these other enemies and other players out there, but you don't have to take them on if you don't want to. And I do like that idea. I'm quite interested in the premise of the game, but how well the actual wipes and PvE settlements are going to take hold, not too sure whether they'll affect PvE or not. With up to 200 players there, though, the performance, I reckon it's going to be an absolute pain in the arse. From the developers' history themselves, from Wonder Entertainment, there's nothing there. They've never released anything, so releasing something like this as your first game is probably a massive mistake, and it's going to be bug-ridden and an absolute nightmare when the game launches. But overall, I love the look of it, the UI, the systems, the enemies, the combat. It looks interesting. It doesn't look like it's filled with slop and absolute degenerate, just store-bought assets. It looks interesting, and I'm willing to give this one a try. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried it. Obviously, as mentioned at the start of the video, I'm currently away for my anniversary, and when this goes live, I will probably be on my way back down from the top of Ben Nevis, so I'm quite excited for that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited for this one? Is this something you're going to try out? Or have you already tried it and it was an absolute disaster? Let me know in the comments down below. For today, we are going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Fondle those buttons. If you want to see more survival from me, survive to this channel. Yeah, that'll work. Subscribe to this channel. If you want to see more RPG-based content, check out the link tree where you can subscribe to the second channel, Space Cowboy, where over the next few weeks, we'll be checking out Outer Worlds 2. I'm very excited for that one. For now, though, that is it from me. I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you in the next one.